You know, we live in a world that is just constantly screaming for our attention. So, how do we rise above all that noise? Today, we're going to explore how to shift from just, reacting to headlines to actually understanding them. We're going to break down how to become a great strategic thinker.
So let me ask you something straight up. A huge breaking news headline flashes across your screen. What is your immediate gut reaction? Do you feel that jolt of anger, or maybe validation, or just confusion? Your answer to that question, whatever it is the perfect place for us to start.
Okay, so this really breaks down the two mindsets we're talking about here. Over on one side, you've got reactive thinking. This is driven by headlines. It mostly just confirms what we already think we know, and it kind of traps us right here, in the now. But on the other side, that's strategic thinking. And this is all about recognizing patterns, actively questioning what you know, and really looking towards the future.
All right, so how do we actually make that leap? Well, it all starts with an idea that political scientist Ian Bremmer calls metathinking. Really, it's about getting curious about the one thing we use every single day, but almost never stop to examine: our own minds.
See, strategic thinking isn't about knowing more facts or consuming more news. Not at all. It's the practice of thinking about how you think. It's like stepping back to analyze your own mental software and asking, wait a minute, why do I process information this way? And this, I think, illustrates the difference perfectly. It's not about what the headlines of the day want you to think about. It's about taking on this active, personal project of building your own worldview, and then, and this is the important part, having the guts to constantly test it, question it, and update it. A strategic thinker, they've kind of got this series of questions just running in the background all the time. It starts with the basics. How did I even build this worldview to begin with? What are its foundations? Where did these ideas come from?
And then you get to the really tough one. You have to ask yourself, what new information, what piece of data, what different perspective would actually be powerful enough to make me change my mind? Because if the answer is nothing, well, that's a huge red flag.
And this might be the most important question of all. The world is changing faster than ever, so is my mental model of the world changing with it, or am I operating on some seriously outdated software? It's an absolutely vital diagnostic check. Okay, so we get what strategic thinking is, but how do we actually do it? Like, what's the practice? It's all about developing a specific mindset, a kind of mental fitness that, believe it or not, anyone can build up with practice.
You know, the great strategic thinkers, they tend to share a few key traits. They are relentlessly curious and open-minded, and this is huge. They are totally fine with being wrong. They see it as a chance to learn something, not as some kind of personal failure. They have a genuine respect for different worldviews, and they actively seek out perspectives that challenge them, instead of just listening to people who echo what they already believe. Now, I love this analogy from Ian Bremmer because it just makes this whole process feel so much more achievable. He says developing this skill, it's just like going to the gym, but for your brain. It's a workout. And hey, just like any workout, right? The first time you try it, it feels daunting. Your brain literally finds it unnerving to seriously engage with ideas that challenge your core beliefs. But with repetition, you start to build that mental muscle. And before you know it, what used to feel really uncomfortable becomes a powerful, almost reflexive habit. So what does this look like when it's put into practice at the highest level imaginable? For that, we turn to one of the greatest strategic thinkers in modern history, Nelson Mandela. I mean, his life is just a masterclass in this way of thinking. I mean, think about it. After 27 years in prison, it would have been so easy, and frankly, a lot of people would say justified, for Mandela to be reactive, to seek immediate justice or even revenge. But he didn't. He took the long view, thinking not about the next day or the next election, but about the next generation.
His strategy was crystal clear. He made a conscious choice to put aside personal vendettas and look right past any short-term wins to focus on a stable, long-term future for all of South Africa. His priority wasn't settling scores. It was building a nation, one based on shared values and human development. That is strategic thinking on a world-changing scale. And if there's one single idea to take away from all of this, let it be this powerful quote from Bremmer. The world moves. If you're not moving, you're going to become wrong. It's so profound. The world is dynamic and complex, and it is always changing. And if your worldview stays frozen in place, it's not a matter of if you will be wrong, but when. You weren't wrong before, but the world moved on without you.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought.
a challenge to start your own strategic workout today. What is one core belief you hold, could be about politics, your career, even yourself, that you haven't really seriously questioned in the last year? Pick one. And just start thinking about your thinking